Well, here I am with Giovanni, our partner and market expert. He's going to share a little bit about what's happening in the area, and that is very exciting.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. First, I want to say thank you, Chris, for having me. And it is exciting, and the reason it's exciting is because a lot of people want to buy real estate right now. And they know that it's time to buy real estate in this country because the market was doing so poorly before. The foreclosure rate was so high that there were so many houses for sale, the price fell down. The mistake that Chris and I see people make all the time is that they're buying in the wrong neighborhoods in the wrong states. We don't want to buy in states like Detroit, Michigan, or places like Kansas City. We want to buy in Florida because it's always sunny and there's always desirability. The population's growing here like crazy. And that growth, together with the economy growing here, is what's going to give us the most amount of gain or return on our money, okay? So we buy in neighborhoods that are not violent neighborhoods. We buy in neighborhoods that were desirable neighborhoods, but a lot of people lost their home. And in that recovery process, we've come in here and been a part of that recovery. So we're really helping the neighborhoods reestablish themselves. If you take a look at this neighborhood, for example, you're gonna see that houses, they're not old houses. These houses are all built 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s or newer. And what we're able to do is we're able to help all these people in the area rent a home like this in the process of getting to buy a home again in the future. And we want to sell them that house in the next 5 years. For now, we want to own the house and rent it to them because we can buy a house like this that used to sell for $180,000 per house, and we can buy it right now in the low $100,000 range, and it rents for around $1,000. That gives us a positive return on our money. So let's show you a little bit about what we do on these houses and the kind of construction that we do. Come on. A couple of things I do want to point out about the exterior of a rental property. It's very important to know what things are important to fix in a house and what things you don't want to fix when you're renting. For example, you'll see the roof is brand new on this house. You don't want a leaky roof in the process of owning a rental. What you're gonna want is, you're gonna wanna make sure that all the important mechanical pieces of the house are new. The other thing, we don't spend a lot of money on the landscape by putting big trees or big bushes or anything like this installing. We just want a very low cost situation on the exterior of the house, okay? The rest is all simple, little paint, a little curb appeal, and then we move forward to the inside. On the inside of our houses, we make sure we do something called a strong singular concept. What that means is that we want everything to look very neutral throughout. We don't want any crazy colors, or we don't want to leave any kind of weird features in a house. We want a nice hard surface floor throughout. We don't want to put carpet in our rentals because every time a tenant moves in and out of a house, we don't want to pay the money to replace the carpet. So if we can put tile and we can put vinyl through the house, it will last the entire time of our investment. We won't have a lot of cost. Places that are important in these rentals to make sure that we always keep them rented and they're very desirable, and at the same time they'll last a long time, are things like the kitchen countertops. We always put granite countertops in our kitchens because we know it's gonna last and we know it's very desirable. We're always gonna get a higher rent in the area for that. If you look at the kitchen cabinets, these are solid wood cabinets that we buy. You as an investor are getting a huge discount because when we buy many houses, we're buying all this material in bulk, in volume, so you get it at a discount. This kitchen right here would normally cost somebody $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to do. We're giving you that at a half of the price. The rest of the house is really basic. You have bedrooms in a house and there's a couple of bathrooms. What's important about the bathrooms in a house, you want to make sure that you have nice finishes in the way of plumbing. You want to make sure that all of your valves, your shower valve is brand new. Your faucets are new. This stuff is the stuff that people always look past when they're doing rentals. And what happens is that's where you have future problems. We don't want to have future problems, so we always make sure we change that new. You'll see that all of our bedrooms are pretty basic. Our bedrooms usually have our nice floors that are hard surface throughout. You'll see that the paint color on the walls is two-tone, and it's a nice house for somebody to live for $1,000 a month. Who lives in this area, right? And why do they live in this area? And I think what's important to point out is that Orlando is a growing community. And in the center part of the city, what you have is a lot of expensive houses. So a house like this in the center part of Orlando would cost you $200,000, $300,000. Somebody can live just 25 minutes away for $150,000, $180,000, and today you as an investor can buy this house for in the low $100,000 range. Things that are improving and growing in this area that I think are important to point out is we have something called the Sunrail. The Sunrail is a train system, a light rail system that's just brand new as of 6 months ago. And what that means is that the path of progress here, if people can jump on a light rail train and go directly to downtown on a quick 15-minute train ride, then it allows the city to grow and allows the value of this area to grow, because if people were working downtown, they can live here for half the amount of money, it'll cause the prices to appreciate. And then the last thing I want to point out about something that's so important about a house like this is look at the replacement cost. This house right here, if you bought the land today and you built the house yourself, started from scratch, it would cost you approximately $165,000 to build this house. You're buying below the replacement cost. This market is in the process of not appreciation, it's in the process of correction. If this market can correct itself to what it should sell for, then it's going to be able to start appreciating for more. And we expect that these prices in this area will go back into the $180,000, $200,000, $240,000 price range. And then as commercial starts to develop and build around it, we'll see the growth go past that. So again, thank you very much, Chris, for having me be a part of your team. And I'm happy to be the market expert and work hard for you guys. It's a pleasure for me to be able to go have a vision, buy these houses, fix these houses for you, manage these houses for you, do all the hard work so that you can get a better return than when you're getting right now. Thank you very much.